Hi, I'm Hiro, the committee head of Nikkei Rising. Today for Opportunity Fair, we have Kayla Tanaka and Ethan Gan, who will be talking about INC and NSU. Kayla, Ethan, why don't you guys introduce yourself a little bit?
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Ethan Gan. I'm going to be a third year at UCR. So for the 2019-2020 school year, I was the Culture Night Chair for NSU, and for 2020 and 2021 school year, I will be the president of NSU at UCR.
Hi everyone, I'm Kayla Tanaka. This past school year, I had the opportunity to be the president of the Intercollegiate Nikkei Council, or INC, and 2017 to 2018, I was the public relations at UC Riverside, and 2018-2019, I was co-president for UCR's NSU. I just graduated from UCR, and so I'm just kind of enjoying post-grad life now.
Well, thank you to both of you for joining us for this Opportunity Fair. So that we can get started, can either of you talk a little bit about what Nikkei Student Union is?
Okay, so for NSU, or Nikkei Student Union, it's a Japanese American cultural and social club. It's located on how many campuses, Kayla, would you say?
In SoCal, there's about 12, and then Cal Poly SLO just made one, and I think there's about 3 to 5 in NorCal.
Okay, thank you. So for NSU, we do a lot of things within the Japanese American community. We do a lot of volunteering activities. We have big little socials and just a lot of fun events teaching our members about the Japanese American community. For NSU specifically, we're open to all ethnicities, and we're really welcoming to anyone who just wants to join and experience what it means to be JA.
Very cool. And Kayla, can you talk about the INC a little bit?
Yeah, so INC is composed of 12 schools in SoCal: Chapman, Cal Poly Pomona, Cal State Long Beach, Cal State Fullerton, LMU, San Diego State, UC Irvine's Tomonokai, UCLA, UCR, UC Santa Barbara, UC San Diego, and USC. Basically, we meet about once a month, and we kind of just catch up on all the schools are doing and plan events together for the school year.
Very good. So what are some major events that y'all look out for NSU and INC?
So for NSU in general, some big events has got to be our Big Little program. So we have this Big Little program where basically underclassmen would get paired up with upperclassmen, and then you're kind of put in these like families. So it's like kind of your, not really your squad in NSU, I would say. We also have a thing called Culture Night. So every year we hold a Culture Night where we have a play. We have Taiko come perform. We have a bunch of other performances from our members. The play is usually written by the Culture Night Chair, which was me for the last school year, but luckily we had our founder, Scott Shima, actually write the play. So, and that play like pertained to Japanese American culture back in the 1970s. So post World War II, talking about Gardena and like basically the drug problem happening then. Other major events, we have Day of Remembrance. So we talk about the signing of Executive Order 9066. We open it, we have guest speakers there. So we had Carrie and June come out and basically talk about Nikkei progressives and just about who they are and what DOR means to the Japanese Americans. So, yeah.
Cool. And Kayla, is there any like major events for INC?
Yeah, so we have, I think it's 5 major public events for INC. So actually on July 25th, they'll be having the second college perspective, and basically what will be happening is that the college students from the NSUs across SoCal will have like an open forum basically with high schoolers who want to get to know more about college. You don't have to be Japanese to join or anything or go to the event, but it'll be held virtually. But basically, like, it's a great opportunity for high schoolers and their parents to ask current college students about their college experiences. And then after that, some fun things we do, we have a beach day with like all the other INC schools. And to be a member in INC, you have to be a member of your school's NSU. So that's the only prerequisite requirement to join INC. And then in February, we have Nikkei Professionals, where we have professionals, mostly of Japanese American descent, come and talk to college students about how to get your foot in the door, how to become more professional, basically try and prepare you for post-college life. And then in April, usually end of March, beginning of April, we have a philanthropy event, which we choose an organization to support every year, a Nikkei organization, and we do like a talent show or something of that sort to help raise funds for that organization. And throughout the year, we have different schools volunteering at various community events. Yeah, and something else that I think is super fun that NSU does is some schools host basketball tournaments. And basketball is, I think, a big part of like JA social community. So I think it's really fun to be able to go and play or go and see your friends or support your like school and your friends that are playing. So that's like a great way that a lot of people come together still.
Cool. So out of those events that both of you talked about just now, do you either of you have like a favorite out of those that you look forward to every year?
I think for me, I think Culture Night's one of my favorite ones. I mean, like knowing how much work like has to be put into it, like just seeing the final product is like pretty amazing. I'm kind of sad that I didn't get to like finish it because of COVID-19, but it's okay. I still had experiences from like last year's ones where I got to dance in it, so that was pretty fun.
I think I definitely learn a lot at Nikkei Professionals. I've gone to the INC event 3 years now, and I feel like I learn something new each time. And actually, because of that event, it helped me choose my future career path. So I think that's, I can't like be more grateful for an event like that. But it's really like, I think beach day and like any tournaments honestly are super fun, because I played, like you get to see all your friends and you get to hang out with your team, and it's just like a great way to build friendships. So I think, yeah, those are probably like some of my favorite events.
Yeah, very cool. So why did either of you or both of you choose to join NSU and INC?
Well, for me, so like for UCR, they have a thing called like Highlander orientation. So like the freshmen can come in and like experience what UCR is all about, you know? And then part of the agenda, there's tabling for clubs. So you can walk around and visit all the clubs that UCR has to offer. So like in my mind, going in as a business major, I was looking for like a business frat, business club, whatever, right? Then I run into this table says NSU. I'm just like, what? What is this? Like, I know what Nikkei was like back in like high school, but, and then Kayla was there and she like approached me and she was like, hey, you're from Torrance or whatever. Like we knew so many people from like the J community, especially like in the South Bay, that like kind of not forced me to join, but like not forced, but like I feel like I was obligated. Nah, that sounds pretty bad as well. But
No, I presented it well to you.
yeah, I guess she presented it pretty well to me. Like it was pretty enticing, man. Like she was very persuasive with what points she had to say about the club.
Yeah.
So like that kind of made me want to join because I always been interested in like I would say like Japanese culture starting in high school, like not Japanese American culture, but more Japanese culture. But I listened to Kayla talk like during the time and then going out to a few meetings in the beginning, like I knew that was my home because like I wanted to learn more about myself, but also I met so many great people in NSU. So yeah.
Yeah, mine's like kind of similar. So when I chose to go to UCR, I really knew like maybe one or two people that already went there, but I wasn't like really close friends with them or anything. But at a basketball tournament at Cal State Dominguez Hills, I saw one of my friends and she was like, hey, like you should check out, I heard you're going to UCR, like you should check out this club called NSU, like my best friend's going to be the president this year and I think you guys would like vibe really well. And I was like, all right, cool, like sounds good. I didn't really think much of it. Like especially being from Torrance, like you don't like you don't think about having to kind of like wanting or not having to but like wanting to meet people in college that kind of have like a similar upbringing as you, for like the comfort's sake. Like you should definitely get outside of your bubble, but it's also nice having like that sense of comfortability, especially when you're a freshman like adjusting to college life. um so I went to orientation and I saw NSU and I met my friend's friend. um and I was like, oh hey, like you're so and so, like your friend told me about you and like this club, like I'm kind of thinking of checking it out. And she was like, you totally should. And then we started talking and I found out she knew my cousin. So like it was a really small world. And yeah, so I think I joined out of luck almost. um I don't think I would have found NSU if it weren't for my friend. um but I think I stuck around because similar to Ethan, like I really found some of my closest friends and
Yeah.
like my like safety and comfort in college through NSU.
Right.
Yeah, like I think, I mean, we're only speaking from like Riverside's perspective or like UCR's NSU's perspective, but I think that like our NSU has like a very like family feel to it,
Hmm.
which is very enticing, especially for freshmen who don't know too many people when
Right.
you start off in college.
So both of you mentioned that like y'all made a lot of friends through NSU that have become like lifelong friends in that sense. With these friends, what would you say was your became your best memory throughout your time in NSU?
Ooh, okay. That was a tough one, man. It's a difficult question.
It's too many.
Okay, for nah, there's a lot of memories, man. But for me, I don't. I think
Ethan,
it's just like, wait, what, Kayla?
I was gonna say, would you like me to go if you want
Yeah,
to?
go first. I gotta sit on this one. It's kinda hard.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I think what Ethan was trying to get at too was that like there's so many good memories, so it's kind of hard to like pinpoint one.
Yeah.
But I think one of the highlights for me through NSU was when I got to serve as president. I know it's gonna sound super like cliche or whatever, but like being able to help develop future like leaders within our organization during my presidency was like one of the best memories. Like I got to see so many people grow in ways that like they never thought they could. um like to me, I that's something that's going to stick with me for like a very very long time. Like obviously it wasn't my doing specifically, but being able to see them grow and thrive like within the organization and then taking that outside of the organization and like applying those skills,
Hmm.
to me was like one of my favorite memories. Like a more fun, I guess, memory was like big little reveals, always super fun. I think it's nice because like our bigs and our littles get to choose each other. And like you're kind of choosing like a built-in like really good friend, if not best friend. So I think that's always a good memory.
Just building off of what you said before we move to you, Ethan. You had mentioned that a lot of these like leaders within the organization go on to use these skills outside of school. Would you say that there's a lot of people who have joined Nikkei Student Union who have become organizers and leaders within the Japanese American community? Kayla?
Oh yeah, okay. I guess I can kind of answer to that too, but I know that a lot of people from different NSUs have started working in the Japanese American community. I know mostly like of Little Tokyo ones because I like grew up in SoCal. But people that like started and worked at Kizuna, like a lot of them were in NSUs while they were in college. I know some people at Cato like worked that work there now, went to like schools and were in leadership positions for their NSUs or Tomonokais. So I think it's really amazing to see that so many people that were involved with NSUs or Tomonokai like in college got to take those skills and their passion for the community to like the larger scale of JA community, not just like at the collegiate level.
Yeah, very cool. So going back to what we were talking about, Ethan, did you have any like memory that you
okay, sorry.
Oh no, you're all good.
Okay, so some of my favorite memories. So first has to be board retreat. So for us, the board would they would go to some place and basically stay a couple nights and like run logistics on what the school year will look like. So like during that time, like it really showed like the different leadership skills each individual has on board, and like it's our first time actually working together. So it's really nice. Like we get stuff done, like learn each other's work styles while also getting close and understanding who we are as a person. Another thing, one of my other favorite memories has got to be Big Little, same as Kayla. But for me, like even since I was like a first year, I was really excited for like having my own little, like someone that just would like look up to me and like really like always ask me for advice, and like someone that I could be there for, because I really enjoy like passing my knowledge on to someone else. So
yeah, it's really cool. So before we start wrapping up, I just wanted to ask if our viewers wanted to learn more about INC or NSU, where can they learn more about these organizations?
Okay, for UCR NSU, you can follow us on Instagram at UCR NSU. Here we'll plug it in somewhere in the video. Also, you can follow us, like our page on Facebook. For the other, if you go to like any of the other schools in INC, you can also just search them up, like just the name, like for example, CSUF plus NSU. It should pop up on Instagram. So yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and with Intercollegiate Nikkei Council or INC, there's a website that Hiro will plug in somewhere as well. And you can follow us on Instagram at Intercollegiate Nikkei, and there's also a Facebook page. Yeah, also like if like people from the community want to like get involved with us or have us get involved with you guys or with you all, that would be the best place to contact us. Is through the website. There's an email address there. But besides that, I hope everyone learned a lot. I don't know, Hiro, did you have any other questions for us?
I don't have any other questions. Do you guys have anything else that you want to bring up before we finish up?
I think that, so if you go to a school that has an NSU already or Tomonokai, definitely check it out. I think it never hurts to go and check out an organization, see if you enjoy the people there and the events that they host. I know it'll be a little bit more difficult, especially if your fall term is online, but always reach out. You never know if they're going to be hosting like Zoom meetings or whatever. But I think, it doesn't hurt to try and check it out. Also, if you go to a school that doesn't already have an NSU, you can be like Hiro and create one. He created one for San Francisco State, and I think it's, claps to that.
Thank you.
I think it's great, and I think especially without NSU's or Intercollegiate Nikkei Council, like the three of us for sure wouldn't really know each other. We all wouldn't probably have or I personally wouldn't have probably applied for the internship that we all did last summer. So I can't be more thankful for NSU and INC. It gave me so many opportunities that I would have never thought that I would have in college without it. So
Yeah. Ethan, anything to add?
Nah, Kayla summed everything up, man. But yeah, it's okay. So if you're going to UCR, come check out our NSU because I'll be president. Come hang out with me. I'm awesome. All right, that's all.
Well, thank you, Kayla and Ethan, for joining us today. And be sure to tune in next week for our next opportunity fair. All right, thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye.